Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
The BMW i4 is the 100% electric variant of the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe. Manufactured in Munich, it is available with 3 power levels and offers a range of between 483 and 589 kilometers. With a length of 4.78 meters and a 5-door body, the BMW i4 stands out for the quality of the fittings and materials used, as well as for the ride comfort offered to passengers and the large amount of technology available. Tesla has been the standard bearer of 100% electric cars for many years, with the Model 3 currently being the best-selling electric car in Spain and worldwide. At 4.69 meters long and with a 5-door body, the Model 3 stands out for its low fuel consumption and long range of between 491 and 602 kilometers in the WLTP approval cycle. It also has at its disposal Tesla's extensive network of supercharger chargers, which offers an excellent service for recharging the battery. Another distinguishing feature of the Model 3 is its minimalist interior, which, for example, lacks an instrument panel, delegating virtually all functions to the huge central display. In this electric car comparison, we will analyze the differences between the BMW i4 versus Tesla Model 3. Exterior dimensions, trunk capacity, consumption, price, and other variables will help us answer the following question: BMW i4 or Tesla Model 3, which one to buy? BMW i4 Tesla Model 3 exterior dimensions. The BMW i4 is 4.78 m long, 1.85 m wide and 1.45 m high. Its wheelbase is 2.86 meters. The Tesla Model 3 measures 4.69 m in length, 1.85 m in width and 1.44 m in height. It has a wheelbase of 2.88 meters. The BMW i4 is almost 9 centimeters longer than the Model 3. However, its wheelbase is almost 2 centimeters shorter. In terms of width and height, there are no significant differences. BMW i4 Tesla Model 3. In terms of maneuverability, the Tesla Model 3 needs 11.6 m to make a turn between curbs for the 12.5 m of the BMW i4, that is, the American model needs almost a meter less to turn around, a fundamental aspect when maneuvering in narrow streets or garages. Measurements: i4 Model 3 length 4.78 meters, 4.69 meters, width 1.85 meters, 1.85 meters, height 1.45 meters, 1.44 meters, distance between axles 2.86 meters, 2.88 meters, weight 2,065 to 2,290 kilograms, 1825 to 1919 kilograms, minimum trunk 470 liters, 542 liters. Maximum trunk 1,290 liters, interior dimensions and habitability. The front seats of the Tesla Model 3 and BMW i4 offer virtually the same space in length and width. In height, however, the Model 3 has more space, so it may be a more suitable car for tall drivers. BMW i4 Tesla Model 3. In the rear seats, the BMW i4 does not take advantage of its greater length, offering considerably less legroom than the Model 3. As in the front seats, the Model 3 has more space in height, although in this case the difference is not so great. In terms of width, neither model will be comfortable for 3 adults, although the Model 3 has the advantage of a flat floor. The American model also has more comfortable access to the second row. Trunk. The trunk of the BMW i4 covers 470 liters, expandable to 1,290 liters if we fold the rear seats. The trunk of the Tesla Model 3 is smaller, covering 425 liters. However, if we add the second trunk of 117 liters located under the front hood, the total capacity is greater with 542 liters. In addition, that second trunk is very useful for storing charging cables. Both the BMW i4 and the Tesla Model 3 have electric tailgate opening and a very wide access that facilitates the introduction and placement of the load. In terms of dimensions, the Model 3's trunk is deeper and wider, while the i4's trunk offers more headroom. BMW i4 trunk, Tesla Model 3 trunk engine and performance. The BMW i4 is available with 3 engines, eDrive 35, rear-wheel drive and 286 horsepower, eDrive 40, rear-wheel drive and 340 horsepower, and M50, all-wheel drive and 544 horsepower. The entry-level version of the range has a 70.2 kilowatt-hour battery capacity that allows it to achieve a range of 483 kilometers. It accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 6 seconds. The eDrive 40 and M50 versions have an 83.9 kilowatt-hour battery and are rated at 589 and 519 kilometers of range respectively. The i4 eDrive 40 completes 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.7 seconds, while the top of the range M50, which has specific adjustments to the chassis aimed at increasing sportiness, does it in 3.9 seconds. The Tesla Model 3 is available in 3 versions. The entry-level version develops 283 horsepower and has a 60 kilowatt-hour battery capacity that allows it to achieve a range of 491 kilometers and complete the 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.1 seconds. The intermediate version of the Model 3 offers 351 horsepower and a 75 kilowatt-hour battery for a range of 602 kilometers. It accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour in 4.4 seconds. The most performance version of the Model 3 develops 462 horsepower, completes 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.3 seconds and mounts a 75 kilowatt-hour battery for a range of 547 kilometers. The Access version is rear-wheel drive, while the other two have 2 electric motors, one for each axle, and therefore have all-wheel drive. BMW i4 Tesla Model 3 Polestar 2 engine range rear-wheel drive 283 horsepower, 0 label 351 horsepower all-wheel drive 351 horsepower long range, 0 label 462 horsepower performance all-wheel drive, 0 label fuel consumption. The BMW i4 reports average combined fuel consumption of 15.8 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers, eDrive 35, 16.1 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers, eDrive 40, and 18.1 kilowatt-hour, M50, figures that fall somewhat short of those recorded by the Model 3. The American model reports 14.4 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers for the 283 horsepower version, 14.7 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers for the 351 horsepower version, and 16.5 kilowatt-hours / 100 kilometers for the 462 horsepower version. The Model 3 is not only more efficient than the i4, but more efficient than any of its theoretical rivals. The BMW i4 with 70.2 kilowatt-hour battery supports a maximum charging power of 11 kilowatts in alternating current and 180 kilowatts in direct current. With the 83.9 kilowatt-hour battery, the maximum DC charging power rises to 210 kilowatts. The Tesla Model 3 supports a maximum charging power of 11 kilowatts in alternating current and 250 kilowatts in direct current. Equipment. The standard equipment of the Tesla Model 3 is more abundant than that of the BMW i4, as it includes, among other things, leather upholstery, glass roof, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, keyless entry, electric and heated seats, and wireless charger for 2 cell phones. BMW i4 interior. Tesla Model 3 interior. In terms of digitization, the Tesla Model 3 mounts a 15-inch screen that includes navigation with Google Data and Spotify. It is not compatible with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The BMW i4 opts for a dual-screen configuration, a 12.3-inch display for the instrument panel and a 14.9 display for the multimedia system that includes navigation and is wirelessly compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In the equipment section, the only advantage of the BMW i4 is that it offers more systems as an option. For example, Both models have full LED headlights as standard, but BMW also has laser headlights that offer excellent illumination. Conclusion: BMW i4 or Tesla Model 3, which one should I buy? As we have seen throughout this comparison BMW i4 versus Tesla Model 3, the American model is better in almost all sections. It offers more spacious rear seats, more capacity to carry luggage and, with equal versions, better performance, consumption and autonomy. As if this were not enough, the Tesla Model 3 has a lower starting price and more complete standard equipment. In addition, it has the supercharger charging network at its disposal and supports higher maximum charging power. The BMW i4 offers better build quality and a much better finished interior. It also has a more extensive list of optional equipment and a better after-sales service, which is essential in the event of a breakdown. Except for that better after-sales service, it is difficult to recommend the Tesla Model 3 over the BMW i4. In conclusion, both the BMW i4 and the Tesla Model 3 offer compelling features that cater to different preferences in the electric vehicle market. The BMW i4 impresses with its luxurious interior and engaging driving dynamics, appealing to those who prioritize comfort and performance. On the other hand, the Tesla Model 3 stands out with its advanced technology, extensive charging network, and impressive range, making it a practical choice for many drivers. Ultimately, the decision between these two vehicles will depend on individual needs and priorities, whether that be luxury and driving experience or cutting-edge technology and convenience. Thank you for watching, and we hope this comparison has helped you in your search for the perfect electric vehicle.